Word of Faith Church, Kiambu, began sometime in 1989 after tremendous time of prayer and fasting. We had 10 days of outdoor meetings. Many people came because we already had a breakthrough right before we came through prayer and fasting. After those 10 days, the church began in the community hall. And then after that, when the congregation outgrew the community hall, we had to rent the basement of a building where we stayed for just about 2 years. Then we had to move out. In 1992, because of the fast growth, we had to rent a piece of ground whereby we constructed a temporary church to accommodate the big congregation that we already had of over 600 people. We set up a prayer watch. We call it here chain fasting. Began with 5 people, 1 person fasting per day. We went to 9 people, came to 15. When we came to 15, 2 people were to fast per day. That way we were able to continue with the momentum. We have 425 churches in the country. That's besides the churches that have been started by our graduates in Rwanda, in Burundi, in DRC Congo, in Tanzania, in Uganda, in Somalia, in Sudan, Southern Sudan. The work is doing great, and also in Somalia. The Bible school is actually the engine that drives that work. In 1995, we started a Bible school to train young people to go into ministry. Began from a very humble beginning of about 44 students. That school began with a certificate program of 1 year. Later it came to a diploma program of 2 years. Now we have a program for bachelor's degree in practical ministry that takes 4 years. Besides that, we have a course for the pastors. It's a course called Pastors of Excellence. We realize many pastors are beat up, they are weary, they have little skills with them, very little knowledge, and they are struggling. So what we have done, we have tailored a course for them. They come during the school holidays. Like right now, I'm coming from there. I was teaching the second year class. And this one has helped the pastors a lot. Some of them just started churches without training. Transformation of the city started to be evident after 7 years. And by the time it came to 1998, the first transformation video was shot, and we featured in that video. But from that time, the city has experienced tremendous growth in all areas. In 1989, the city had about 65,000 people. Now we are talking about 120,000 people, almost double. Economically, the city has prospered. There are so many good buildings that are coming up. And the economics of the city has tremendously grown. As far as the church is concerned, because of what we see God do in the city, we have gone to another level as far as hastening the transformation is concerned. Let me begin in the marketplace. we now have a program to train the business community. The first class of about 30 students, men and women who are already in business and who want to be in business, are just graduated. We are trying to see how we can source money from wherever so that we can give them loans. They go out there, start businesses, and do it the biblical way. Do it the Christian way. Come to the community. We have already dug a borehole to give them clean water, which has been a major problem in our city. We have 5 distribution points, and that project has taken off very, very well. We sunk a borehole down near the river, or rather in the valley, and we put in a pump which brings the water all the way up to these tanks. Then the water comes by gravity, comes to this distribution water point, goes to the distribution point across, and the one on the other side. They used to carry water on their back or on their heads from the valley, but now they get it from here. It's very easy now. We intend to dig some other boreholes in some other areas where we have churches. This will help the communities a lot, and especially in the northeastern part of our country, and in the eastern part of our country, and the south left, where people are nomads. They are pastoralists. They move from one place to another, and just to dig them a borehole, and then you plant you build a church next to there. That's all that is needed. The school dropout in this country is extremely high. I'll give you an example. Last year, but 600,000 kids sat for their standard 8 exam, national exam. Out of that, only 70,000 got places in high school, in secondary schools. Same thing with Form 4 exams, that is after finishing high school. Out of all the big population, only less than 10% end up going to universities. This is because there are no facilities. That's why we want to do something about those dropouts, give them vocational trades, metalwork, sanitary and plumbing course, electrical course, hairdressing, things to do with computer. These kind of trades will actually improve their lives tremendously, and of course build the society. What you see here is the building that will hold our catering department on the ground floor, and then the first floor we will have the school of tailoring, fashion design, dressmaking, and then there will be another floor that will be meant for the school of computer. Next to it, right where you see that man there, we are going to put up another school for metalwork. There will be another building coming up for metalwork, and on top of that building we will have a school of plumbing and sanitary. After we are through with this community project, whereby we will be training the school dropouts, basically, we have already approached the owner of this land, because we would love to put up a good medical clinic here. We don't have good medical facilities here. We don't. So, and especially in this age of AIDS, we would love to have a place whereby we can give them free medicine right here.